Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We got to add a little addendum to the show map today. So we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. It always has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since the Vietnam War. The government has been getting bigger. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live. This is your week daily morning show where we bring you the latest and everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about the major drop that Bitcoin witnessed yesterday, and we're going to be talking about why we bought the dip. I'm very excited that Bitcoin went through this correction, and I could not be more excited to be here with you this morning because today is Friday, December the 6th, and we're going to talk about the crash that Bitcoin just witnessed and why it's not as bad as you think it is, why, in fact, it's probably going to help Bitcoin rally to a new higher high very, very soon. Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, my name is Jeb McAfee. I've been helping teach you guys how to succeed in the cryptocurrency space for over 7 years now, and we are going to continue doing that today as we discuss why Bitcoin is not done and why Bitcoin's probably going to more than double still before this bull market is over. So let's go ahead and welcome everyone who's in chat, and let's get right into it. Excuse me. Sorry. We've got a lot of people in chat today. Sean O'Brien is here, said Ethereum hit 4K, baby. That is right. Ethereum has gone through a major rally, and we'll talk about that today. Joe Bollier's in chat. Drian121's in chat. Cynthia Dizon's in chat. Jose Vega, Tim A, Queen, Vern Bannister, Crypto Ohio, Blasnik, Chris Moshinsky, Rick4962, Christina Orozco, Lucas Hall, Bjorn BCY, Cornelius Schneider, James Owens, and Quixotic Notion. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. We've got a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and dive right on into it. If we look at the price of Bitcoin, we can see that it's currently sitting at $99,300. Over the last few hours, in the last day or so, Bitcoin dropped all the way down to a local low of about 92 grand. Now, we only spent a couple of minutes down there. Why was that? Well, the reason that Bitcoin only spent a couple of minutes down there was because people bought the living hell out of it. I mean, come on, it's pretty straightforward. Everybody bought the dip to the tune of tens of billions of dollars. And the reason that they bought this dip is because people understand that Bitcoin is different than anything else available on the market today. They understand that Bitcoin is different than the United States S&P 500, which has averaged about 12% per year over the last 10 years. Bitcoin has averaged 120% per year over the last 10 years. People expect that to continue, and they expect that to continue because Bitcoin, if we get back to basics, is the asset class that allows us to buck the trend of governments destroying their currencies and at the same time catapulting the life of their constituents into the gutter. We've seen civilization after civilization collapse throughout the history of this world because of currency manipulation. It's going on rampantly in our world right now, and people are sick and freaking tired of watching their societies be destroyed by government that has too much control of the money. And so they want to invest in Bitcoin because they want to have some kind of hedge against totalitarian economic policy. And so people realize with Bitcoin having recently hit 104,000 that it's going to go back there, and just like we did, they bought the dip. We buy Bitcoin every day, and we bought the dip even heavier as we dropped down here. We didn't quite catch 92, but we did end up getting another entry right around 97. Very happy about that. I do believe that that's going to bring a big return, and we dollar cost average Bitcoin, and we plan on holding it for at least a decade. So I don't really care what the price is when we get it, because it's going to be more one day. It's a simple system, and it's a simple system that works. Let's talk a little bit about why this drop on Bitcoin was actually a good thing, though. Here's why. Whenever Bitcoin goes through just an enormous rally and never takes a break, never pauses, what ends up happening is that it ends up being forced to take a break. Think about it like this. Those things which you are supposed to be doing, you will end up doing them. You were supposed to spend time with your wife, but you didn't do it. So now, because you chose to neglect her, you're going to spend some time in divorce court, and you're going to spend some time with her. You're going to spend some time in counseling with her. Because you refuse to do it on good terms, you will do it on bad terms. 7-year-old, you didn't make your bed. All right. Now you're going to go do it instead of watching the movie with us. Instead of playing video games, you're going to go make your bed. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And what people need to understand is that this is like a fundamental principle about how the world works. And it happens this way because we have a creator who wants the best for us. If you don't do something when you were supposed to, you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. Someone quote me on that. If you don't do something when you were supposed to have done it, you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. If you don't do the dishes when you were forced to, you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. If you don't take the trash out, you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. If you don't budget, you will be forced to do it under court order with the help of an attorney during your bankruptcy hearing at a less convenient time. So get your crap in order and do it at the right time. Now, how does that apply to Bitcoin? If Bitcoin doesn't take a correction at the appropriate time, it will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. This is what happened in 2017, my first bull market. I was a wee little lad in Bitcoin back here. I just turned 17 years old. I was a young, spry whippersnapper watching Bitcoin rally up to 20K. And in the very first video that ever went out on this channel, 3,000 videos ago, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, we saw that this correction was not big enough. I'm serious. Go back to the channel, sort by oldest. The first video on our channel is over 7 years old now. Just past 7 years old a few weeks ago. And in that video, I said this correction was not deep enough. Bitcoin's gonna keep rallying, and it's not gonna be good. Bitcoin for the 2016-17 bull market had been accustomed to a 40% correction. This correction was only 24%, about 27%. It wasn't deep enough. Bitcoin did not drop down to the 100 daily simple moving average, which is what we showed you in that video. Again, 7 years ago, when it went out, it got, I think, one view, right? One view. We were supposed to drop down to this level. Instead, Bitcoin only dropped down to this level, which is the 50 daily simple moving average. If you do not do what you were supposed to do when you should have done it, then you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. Bitcoin did not drop down to the 100 daily simple moving average, getting a deep enough correction to extend the bull market longer. And so because Bitcoin did not correct far enough, we ended up rallying too quickly. And then we got our correction at a less convenient time. Instead of dropping an extra 10%, Bitcoin went on to drop 70% in the first 60 days of the bull market. My friends, bull markets that do not incorporate corrections are nothing short of disappointing because they don't last very long. They're very short. That's what we saw happen to Bitcoin in the last cycle, actually. Bitcoin went through this massive rally, didn't correct hardly at all. We would correct 10, 20% every once in a while, and then Bitcoin ended up having to correct 55%, and then we went right back to basically the exact same all-time high and then continued into a bear market. You could honestly argue, I don't because it's not technically true, but there is an argument to be made that Bitcoin hit its all-time high here, and then with the inflation of the dollar, it just double-topped because $69,000 worth of dollars a year after, 8 months after 65 with the kind of inflation going on, honestly, it was about a double-top. So you could honestly argue that the entire bull market on Bitcoin took place in this span of time, which is 390 days. A bull market's supposed to last more like 800. Luckily, so far in this cycle, we've seen 2 periods of a lot of consolidation. We've seen a lot more time consolidation than price consolidation in this cycle, but it's still been healthy, and it gives us a solid long-term uptrend. We needed this correction, and we need more like it for Bitcoin to be able to sustain a healthy uptrend, because if you don't do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, you will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. And if Bitcoin does not take a healthy corrective movement from time to time, then it will be forced to do it at a less convenient time. What do I mean by a less convenient time? At this point in the market, if Bitcoin just continues rallying and rallying and rallying and rallies straight up to $200,000, we could hit all-time high in 2 or 3 months, and it's over, and you didn't have any time to do anything about it because it happened so fast. That's what happened in 2020. 2021. It happened at light speed, friends. It happened way faster than any other bull market Bitcoin had ever experienced. And if we're not careful, the same thing will happen to Bitcoin because of the amount of hype in the space. So Bitcoin going through a corrective movement like this is not only a good thing, it is the best thing to help extend the bull market on Bitcoin. And I personally hope that we see more of them. I'm also very encouraged that as Bitcoin dropped down to $92,000, first of all, I'm encouraged that it was able to, which means that the buy orders were not there. But second of all, I'm even more encouraged that it was bought up so quickly. This drop right here reminds me a lot of another drop that I've seen in my career here in cryptocurrency back in 2020. Just take a mental snapshot of this drop right here. Take a mental snapshot of that. Now, let's go on the hourly chart. We have TradingView Premium, so we can go all the way back. It's going to take us a while, but I want to go all the way back to 2021 on the hourly chart. And I want to show you, if TradingView will let me go back that far on the hourly chart, I think it will. I want to show you what 2020 looked like when the COVID-19 pandemic kicked off. Bitcoin, I'll just kind of give you some, okay, we'll have to go on the 2-hourly chart because it's not going to go that far back. The COVID-19 pandemic kicked off, and we saw a massive crash on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was sitting at roughly $8,500 to $9,000, and we ended up having to go through a big drop following that, and that is going to show up right here. Does this market look familiar to the one I just showed you? With this big drop, we actually rallied up to 10.7, I'm sorry. With this big flash crash, boom, down to $3,800. And then we slowly bounce about halfway back up, slowly start rallying. Does that look familiar? Now watch, I'm going to do something. I'm going to double click the timeline down here and it's going to switch. This, take a mental snapshot. This is 2021. You know what happened after 2021. Bitcoin went from $3,800 to $65,000. Right? Take a mental snapshot. This is current day. Do you see the similarity? Do you see it? What happened after Bitcoin saw that massive lower wick? Bitcoin would rally from the bottom of $3,800 all the way to $69,000. A 20x, nearly, almost a 20x. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to do that again, but what I am saying is that these charts look awfully similar. It's a very similar formation. And it's the kind of thing that actually looks extremely bullish when you think about it, because in essence, it's basically just an inverse head and shoulders pattern right here, right? It's basically just an inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's pointing up. And you can see that Bitcoin's already rallying right back up to $100,000. The dip was bought in a spectacular fashion. We've dropped here below this downtrending level of resistance that we've been looking at for the last several weeks. But then we managed to rally back up above it. We back tested it recently, just a few hours ago, bounced, and now we're pushing back up towards 100K. This is a good thing. This drop was a very healthy thing, and it paves the way for higher trading. Let's read chat for a little bit. I'm very excited about this rally because it's going to continue from here, in my humble opinion. Excuse me. Looks like the FTX wick from the bull run. Yeah, pretty much. And that was basically the that was basically the bottom. That was also basically the bottom. Let's see. Shouldn't oil stocks be more valuable than Bitcoin? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Good afternoon, Jeb. Greetings from the Netherlands. Greetings to you as well. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Good morning, Cardano, Crypto Ohio said. Absolutely. Now, let's kind of back up. Let's kind of back up and talk a little bit about some of our different altcoins, because there's a lot going on multiple different charts here that we want to mention. And the first thing is Ethereum has actually hit $4,000, and I don't think it's done. Ethereum has been under this oppressive downtrending level of resistance that has a pivot point back here at the previous bull market all-time high at roughly $4,800. We have our flat levels of resistance here and here, and those helped to constitute this downtrend that Ethereum had been under. Well, Ethereum has actually just frankly rocketed straight through it over the last 48 hours, setting a new local high at about $4,000. Something to keep in mind, this is basically a triple top at the moment. If Ethereum is able to break through $4,000, all-time high will likely occur within just 45 days of that breakout, which I do think is probably going to happen pretty soon. If we see Bitcoin's if we see Bitcoin break back through $100,000, the bullishness from that would likely spill over into Ethereum, which would allow Ethereum to break back through $4,000 and continue on its uptrend. We can talk technicals here, but the bottom line is every single one of them are going to be extremely bullish right now, so we've really got to talk fundamentals because the technicals are all just screaming bullish. Not many of them are going to be giving you any kind of reversal signal right now, even if there was a reversal coming, just because everything is so ridiculously, fabulously bullish at this current point in time. Now, I also want to give you a point. I also want to point something out here on Binance. As you can see, we've got a lot of price action on Binance, and the reason I want to point out Binance here is because Binance is breaking its all-time high, respectively, right now. This is very exciting because Binance obviously has gone through a couple of transitions recently. It came under attack from the Securities and Exchange Commission. That settled. Changpeng Zhao went to prison for a little while. He came out. He's already basically done, moving on to his next thing. And the exchange is still doing very well. It is a transitionary moment in a exchange's life cycle when it is able to lose its founder and still continue. When a company is able to lose its founder and still continue and grow, that is a mark that that company has really reached the upper echelons of maturity. And Binance is in that range. It now has $176 billion of assets under management, with about 32% of that allocated in Bitcoin, with $56 billion worth of Bitcoin. You do the math there. That's 2.5% of the market capitalization of Bitcoin is on Binance. 2.5%, almost 3% of all Bitcoin in existence is custodied by Binance for its customers. That is insane. That is massive amounts of custody going on. Bybit doesn't even come close. It's got $20 billion of assets under management. It has 1/10 the amount of Bitcoin on it that Binance does. Coinbase here doesn't actually report that, but we can probably assume that Coinbase is about the same or maybe even a little bit smaller. The trading volume on Binance is naturally massively higher, with a lot more markets and a lot more coins, and just it's a lot bigger in general. And so it makes sense that Binance Coin is not going to be done rallying here. Binance Coin is currently sitting, BNB is currently sitting at $106 billion of market capitalization, and that's probably not going to stop anytime soon. In fact, we're likely going to see Binance rally all the way up to $1,000 very, very soon. Very soon, you will be seeing a $1,000 Binance coin, and you will likely be seeing that go even higher in the near-term future. Now, let's talk about a couple of the other reasons why Bitcoin is doing so well, and we'll also talk about where Bitcoin's going to go, because I've got some surprising price targets for you guys. One of the big things that's happened recently is Trump has nominated cryptocurrency advocate Paul Adkins as the new Securities and Exchange Commissioner for the incoming administration. Trump said Atkins, the CEO of Potomac Partners and a former SEC commissioner, was a proven leader for common sense regulation. In the years since leaving the SEC, Atkins has made the case against too much market regulation. He believes in the promise of robust, innovative capital markets that are responsive to the needs of investors and that provide capital to make our economy the best in the world. He also recognizes that digital assets and other innovations are crucial to making America greater than ever before, Trump wrote on a Truth Social post recently. This is a very big deal because now we know that we have an SEC chairman coming in who is pro cryptocurrency. That's massive. That could not be a bigger story. And the reason that that's so important is because the SEC is the governing body that approves or denies ETFs. We're likely going to be able to have ETFs coming to many of our favorite altcoins over the next 4 years. Potentially XRP, Solana, Binance, Cardano, Tron, etc. could all have ETFs in the next 4 years. And that promise is one of the many things that is going to lead Bitcoin back to and well above $100,000. Bitcoin got first-time jitters for breaking above 100K, and we went through a correction and people took profits. But people took those profits, and now they're done taking those profits. And now the next phase of the bull market is likely to be coming sooner than later. Bitcoin does need a big correction at some point, though. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know where it's going to happen. We don't know why it's going to happen, as in we don't know if there's going to be a big news story that's going to cause it. But we do need to keep in mind that eventually a big market correction is going to occur on Bitcoin, and it's going to be scary, but it's not going to be the end of the bull market. And it's probably going to be bigger than this flash crash. It could drop us as low as $85,000. Right now, though, it looks like $100,000 will be breached once again very soon. We've also got a green, red, green formation right here. Under Lux Algo, we are confidently bullish. The buy signal is in. It is confirmed with Trend Catcher. We're well and truly back within the Bollinger Bands on the daily chart. We are above our 20 daily exponential moving average, which is phenomenal, indicating that we are still very much in bullish territory. And even if we do drop, our worst case scenario right now on Lux Algo is roughly $86,000 to $87,000 for Bitcoin. Those are great numbers, nothing that we should be concerned about in the slightest. We do have this spinning top up here that's a little bit concerning, but remember when we kind of zoomed in and did some more analysis on it, this isn't really scary at all. It happened with a new all-time high set on Bitcoin yesterday, and we also had a very strong buying of that dip, which indicates that the market is just as bullish as ever. People just wanted to take profits before they cycle back into Bitcoin. So in my analysis here, I think that Bitcoin will be breaking back up above $100,000 very soon, potentially even within just a few hours of this stream. All right, let's read a little bit of chat. Good morning, my guy, Jeb. Good morning. Good morning. The correction is still not deep enough. Too much leverage is still in the market, and the market is still overheated. I agree. I totally agree. Every gift in Bitcoin from now on is a gift. No more cheap Bitcoin. That's been the case for a long time. Yep. Probably will dump in January like it usually does. It probably will. After that, explaining why, like if the dollar didn't fall constantly, Bitcoin would be less, but we all know that's not the case. Bitcoin would be a little bit less, but not much. I mean, the dollar has lost probably since Bitcoin was created, I don't know, probably 40% of its value, but Bitcoin has grown by, I mean, multiple hundreds of millions of percent, right? I mean, it started at zero. So, yes, if the dollar didn't fall, then Bitcoin wouldn't have as much of a use case if the dollar was still on a gold standard, but it's not. And that actually leads me to one of the other points I wanted to make today. Bitcoin's better at being gold than gold. Bitcoin's a better gold than gold. Bitcoin is a better gold than gold, and Bitcoin's going to flip in gold. Why? This is why. Total gold supply in 2023 increased 3% year on year, as mine supply and recycling both posted growth. Full year recycled gold supply rose 9%. This is gold.org, supply with the World Gold Council. See this right here. The total supply, this is in tons, I believe, went from 4,751 to 4,898. You can see that that recycled gold went from 1,140 to 1,237. It's a 9% increase. Big increase. Annual mine production increased 1% year over year, although remained just below 2018's record high. This is the mine production of tons of gold every year. That's a lot of gold. You can look here and see the kind of the recycled gold here, right? You can see how much gold is being put into the market in East Asia year over year production, 12.7%. This is in Q4 of 23, regional variations in Q3 gold, right? There's a lot of gold coming into the market. It's not new. It's just always been that way. The growth rate of the gold supply is vastly higher than the growth rate of Bitcoin. It's the bottom line. The reason that people buy gold, other than just for the purposes of using it for electronics. I mean, every single electronic in this room has gold in it, right? It's just a little bit. Other than for that purpose, gold is basically for jewelry. It does have a lot of electrical use cases for fabricating and whatnot. But other than that, it's mostly for store value. People are going to stop using gold for store value as Bitcoin comes more and more online. Bitcoin is now about 12 to 13% of the way to flipping in gold. And the gold market cap is roughly $18 trillion. The gold market cap is roughly $18 trillion. Bitcoin's market cap, as it stands right now, is roughly $2 trillion. Bitcoin is going to surpass gold's market cap. If Bitcoin were to surpass gold's market cap, that would put Bitcoin at $900,000 per coin. That's going to happen. Within the next 15 years, Bitcoin will flip in gold. You can quote me on that. Within the next 15 years, in other words, before 2040, most likely before 2040, Bitcoin is going to flip in gold. And that's a radical idea right now. But it's been the same idea that we've had for a long time. This is something we've always thought was going to happen. Bitcoin is nowhere near done. People are sick and tired of not having security of their wealth in the long run. And so they're going to buy Bitcoin to secure that wealth. And that's why Bitcoin is going to remain top dog for a very long time. Within 15 years, Bitcoin will go to well over $1 million a coin, and it will also likely flip in gold. So to the point of today's stream, should you be concerned about this flash crash? No. No, you shouldn't. As Lasers just said in chat, it is the hardest asset known to man. Monetary hardness is the measure of how difficult it is to create more of that asset. I'll give you a dictionary definition here. By Investopedia, hard money maintains a stable market value relative to goods and currencies and a strong exchange rate relative to foreign currencies. Due to its stability in goods and financial markets, hard money fulfills the economic function of money as a medium of exchange, a store of value, and a unit of account. Here it says down here, Merriam-Webster says hard money is money that comes from a country with a strong government and economy that is not likely to lose its value. That part of the definition is changing because it's only been the last 15 years that money has been able to be created electronically rather than by a sovereign. But this right here is the true definition of hard currency, not likely to lose its value. This is a legacy definition of what currency is. It's given by a government with a strong government with a strong economy. That's the old definition of currency. This is the definition of the hard part of that phrase, hard currency, not likely to lose its value. Why is Bitcoin not likely to lose its value? Because of its scarcity, because of its properties of decentralization, because of the fact that it can be controlled by no one. Vladimir Putin, one of the most powerful men in the world, just recently said, who can control Bitcoin? No one. Donald Trump, the most powerful man on planet Earth, second only to President Joe Biden, and that's only for a couple months, is very much pro-crypto. Bitcoin has reached mass adoption. We are here. If you're like me and you've been in the space for 7 years or more, or 5 years or 3 years or however long, you might think, I still feel like it's the Wild West. Well, it kind of is, but that's dying. Railroads coming in. Telegraph's here. There's a fort just down the road. Pretty soon you'll have paved roads and indoor plumbing. It's here. The West is being conquered. And the days of rough riding are over. Bitcoin is becoming an asset class that is established and its reign is secure. And so that's why we buy Bitcoin every day. Every day. We have a recurring purchase. We buy a set amount of Bitcoin every single day. I don't care if it rockets up to 200K, which we're going to talk about in a minute, or if it drops down to 20K. We buy a set amount of Bitcoin every single day, no matter what. No matter what. That's just what we do. Because I want to acquire as much of it as I can. Because I do firmly believe that Bitcoin now that it's broken 100K, that was kind of a big target. Now that Bitcoin's broken 100K, it firmly has gold in its crosshairs. And that would require Bitcoin to go to about $1 million per coin. And I firmly believe that that's going to happen. So, should we be investing in Bitcoin? Should we be concerned about this? Should we be concerned about this drop? No, we should not be concerned about this drop. Yes, we should be heavily considering investment in Bitcoin. All right. Now, where's Bitcoin going to go this cycle? I just want to show you a fun chart. I just want just one fun chart. Check this out. Just want to show you a real fun chart. If we just zoom out, take off our indicators, we know that Bitcoin has so far followed this uptrend. This is basically the line of best fit through our current bull market. It's a much more steady bull market. You notice that? Much more steady bull market. You see the difference here? I mean, we had this bull market, and the line of best fit was basically that. You notice how the line of best fit in this bull market is a little bit slower, more gradual. That's a good thing. We want that. It means the bull market could last longer. But based on our election data, we know that the all-time high for Bitcoin will statistically likely be at the end of November, early December 2025. If you extrapolate that line, where does it point? It points straight to $200,000. That'd be a doubling from where we are right now. Jeb, $200,000 is out of reach. That's completely insane. Is it? Is it? Because I remember back here when Bitcoin was trading at $3,500 And people told me in 2018, early 2018, oh, it's okay, Jeb. Oh, don't worry about it. You gave it your best shot, man. I made a video. I started the channel right here. Then I made a video every single day through the bear market because I believed that we were going here. You can say what you want about me, but I have had an unshakable confidence in Bitcoin for longer than most of you have ever even heard of Bitcoin. I'm not saying that to say I'm better than you. I'm not. I'm just saying I believe in this, and I hope that belief is contagious. That's all I'm saying. Not trying to brag. But I do remember back here when people were saying, oh, Jeb, I'm so sorry for you. Giving me the pity party, right? And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm cool. Bitcoin goes through bear markets. That's what it does. I was accumulating. You guys were buying CT2A in Bitcoin back here. We were accumulating Bitcoin from investment right in here. You know, we were investing in Bitcoin right in here. We're investing in Ethereum right in here. We've been accumulating in Bitcoin from different revenue streams for a long time. Investing in Bitcoin ourselves for a long time. Because we always expected 100K was coming. And now I expect that eventually Bitcoin's going to flip in gold. And those of you that have been watching this channel will have the encouragement all along the way to continue to invest because the future looks bright. It's that simple. Let's read some chat. Bitcoin will be $1 million one day, I believe. Bitcoin always goes up. The timeline is the only thing that's flexible. Yep, pretty much. Bitcoin is making millionaires and billionaires out of common people. You might want to get educated and take some action. That's a great way to put it. I love that. I love that. Generational wealth transition. Yes, absolutely. Totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Tom DeLorio said, thoughts on alt season rough timelines. I think the altcoin season is going to be starting very soon. In fact, I think the altcoin season has generally already started. It's not. I don't think there's going to be one massive altcoin season. I think what we're going to see is a kind of a switching back and forth between Bitcoin and the alts. Bitcoin started the rally after the election of Donald Trump. Then the altcoins took off as Bitcoin paused below 100K. Then Bitcoin took off up to 100K yesterday. Then as Bitcoin took a breather and dropped below 100K, a few altcoins rallied dramatically. And so the altcoins and Bitcoin go back and forth and back and forth. And so I think we're actually already in altcoin season. I think altcoin season just kind of depends on what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin's taking a backseat, then that's when altcoin season is. Yeah. Guys, if you're enjoying today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I also want to give you a big referral on over to Blowfin. The War of the Whales is happening right now, and you can still join our team. You can still join our team and get access to what is now a $600,000 prize pool. That's right. $600,000 prize pool. There's over 215,000 people competing. $11.5 billion of trading volume has been done. And you can still register for the War of the Whales using our link with the link in the description box down below. Join our team with over $87 million of trading volume. We've got over 600 people on our team. Sign up for Blowfin. Why should you do that? Blowfin has amazing markets. It's got all the markets you're going to need. All the spot markets, all the futures markets. If you want a coin, it's here. It's here. If you're trying to get a coin, Blowfin's the place to go. They've got a great range, the great selection. Now, they've also got a lot of other ways to earn money. They've got copy trading over here. It's really good. There's some really solid copy traders over here that you ought to end up following because some of them are having insane ROIs right now. And when you follow them, then you can end up doing a very good job, making some money, earning. There's also some great ways to earn over here. You can check out some of the different interest rates. Bitcoin, your APY, you can earn 3% on your Bitcoin. How awesome is that? You can't really do anything with your Bitcoin unless you come over here and you let it stake. You can make 3% on your Bitcoin right now. Isn't that amazing? That's absolutely awesome. So come make some money on your Bitcoin. Why not? Why not do that? And also, make sure if you've not already, come over here and actually use the markets themselves. If you come to Bitcoin, you can come to the Bitcoin market, Bitcoin over USD right here. There's a ton of volume going on. This is a great place to do your trading. You have a fully integrated trading view chart right here, integrated with Blowfin. You've got your entire order book right here. You've got all the trade history right here. You've got all your orders over here, your buys, your sells, limits, triggers. You've got the whether you use market price or not. You've got the ability to do GTC, post only, FOK, and IOC, these different kinds of trades right here. And then when you do your orders, the orders will show up down here. You can bring on different indicators from TradingView. So you can literally open up your indicators right here, bring up MACD, which is already down there. We can bring up RSI because this is fully integrated with TradingView, right? See this? Boom, RSI is right there, so you don't have to click off screen. You've also got a great depth chart here to see where the big sell walls are and the buy walls are so that you can make the most of your trading and figure out exactly where you should put your entries and your exits, your stops, your stop losses for longs and shorts, and just everything. It gives you the 24-hour volume, it gives you the 24-hour turnover, the 24-hour high, the current price, the 24-hour change, etc. Best exchange to be doing your trading on is Blowfin. Check them out. Link in the description box down below. Our team currently has $3,600 of that prize pool going to our team. So when you sign up, make sure that you join our team. And you can go ahead and get, you can go ahead and get access to some of this prize pool. Some of the people here on our team, because they've traded so much, have hundreds, if not over $1,000 of the prize pool going directly to them. So make sure to sign up for Blowfin with the link down below. Cool. All right. If you haven't bought alts yet, it's too late. I don't know. I think there's still some value in the alts. If a strategic reserve is announced and Bitcoin never enters a bear market, what happens to alts? In that case, alts and, which honestly, that's probably going to happen. That's why I'm accumulating more Bitcoin. It's probably going to happen. I mean, Trump is probably going to start acquiring a strategic reserve of Bitcoin. I would not be at all surprised. In fact, I'll say this. I would be surprised if Donald Trump did not create a strategic reserve for Bitcoin. Donald Trump is the kind of president who likes to make new things. He created Space Force. He's the guy that created Space Force. It's the first new branch of the United States military in 75 years. Makes total, the Department of Government Efficiency. Elon Musk one time was like sitting next to him like, hey, you know, it'd be funny if we had a department named after Doge and we cut spending. He's like, yeah, it's a great idea. And boom, now we got Doge, right? We got Doge. He's not even in president. He's not even in office yet. We know Doge is coming. So, very, very excited about what Trump's going to do. This bull market's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen before, and it's just getting started. So if you haven't already, start your investments. Just do something. Just get started, guys. Just get started. Please, just get started. There's so much money to be made here. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Do what you need to do to succeed. Are you taking any profits on Bitcoin, or are you just holding? I don't sell Bitcoin for nobody. But nobody. The only thing I'm considering doing with my Bitcoin is finding somewhere like Blowfin to stake it and generate some return on it. That's pretty much the only thing I'm interested in doing with it. How can alt be too late to buy when alt season just started yesterday, lol? Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's too late to buy alts. I think it is getting to be too late to buy alts. You're getting there. It's starting to get too late for this cycle. But I don't think it's quite too late yet. I think there's a lot more coming. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you did. Make sure to sign up for Blowfin with the link in the description box down below. And also make sure to check out NordVPN. If you haven't already, NordVPN is going to help keep you safe while you browse online. It's that simple. If you want to stay safe, sign up for NordVPN. Boom, it's done. It's just that easy, right? Sign up for NordVPN. Links down below. Also, sign up for Vault. And USD interest over on Uphold. It's a great exchange to make your home in cryptocurrency. We all need a home in cryptocurrency where you are able to do your transfers to and from bank accounts. You need a place where you can store your cash, right? When you have a strategic reserve of cash that you're looking to use to deploy into the market, if the market should drop, the best place to do that is over on Uphold. So make sure to check out all those links in the description box down below. Don't forget to check out LuxAlgo. We love LuxAlgo. We use them some today. Big shout out to LuxAlgo and all you guys that signed up for LuxAlgo. We're going to have to wrap it out. New video coming tomorrow. We're doing a video every day right now. If you guys didn't notice, we've done a video every single day. Our commitment that we are trying to maintain is one video every single day, 7 days a week, without missing a single one. That's our goal right now. That's what we're going to go for, and it's been doing really well. You guys have been really liking that. So whether we do an edited video, whether I shoot a phone video, whatever it is, that's the goal right now, is to shoot a video and upload a video every single day. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share the message of financial sovereignty. Help people see what we're doing here on this channel. Share this video. It's worthwhile. People need to see what we're talking about. I hope you did enjoy today's stream. Have a great weekend. Before we go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.